Recently, Wes and I went on vacation, and while we were on vacation, we visited two quilt shops in south central Kansas. One of them is 34 miles from Wichita. The other one is 42 miles from Wichita. But the neat thing is they're only 23 miles apart, so you can easily make a day trip and visit both of these shops. But I wanted to share a little bit about these shops. I love to go to quilt shops. I've been to lots of different quilt shops in different states across the U.S., and it's really one of my favorite things to do when we travel. And I have to say, Wes is always game to stop and let me shop. Now, the first quilt shop I want to talk about is in Wellington, Kansas. This quilt shop is very unique. It's unique because not only is it a quilt shop, but it's also a toy store. And I had so much fun looking at toys for my grandkids, as well as shopping for fabric. The Beehive Quilt Shop and Be Creative Toys, they are both owned by Connie and her daughter, Anna Rose. Now, I have Connie's permission to show pictures of the shop here. In fact, I have a picture of her to show you, but I want to show you inside this shop a little bit. This really is a fun shop to visit. They have all kinds of things in there. They have great fabric selection. They have all kinds of notion. They have quilt gadgets and samples and quilts hanging up, and it is really a nice quilt shop. And then they also have that magnificent toy store. So if you like to shop in toy stores and have grandkids, it's just a great place to visit. They also carried Russell Stover chocolate. I have a huge sweet tooth and I love Russell Stover chocolates, and they had a big selection of Jelly Bellies. So if you have a sweet tooth, that's another reason to visit this shop. So here in this first picture, you can see the Beehive Quilt Shop. So on one side of their sign, it says the Beehive Quilt Shop, and on the other side, it says Be Creative Toys. I just think that whole idea is so cool. Picture of Connie. She's the one who gave me permission to take pictures of her shop. Here I have a picture of some of the fabrics in the store. There's a couple of different pictures here that you can see, but this is a fun shop to visit. And then you can see the toy shop. Really cool toys. Toys that you're not just going to find at your local big box store. And then here's a picture of another part of the toy store, and Wes is standing there. Before I tell you about the second quilt shop we visited, tell me how you like this type of content. Do you like hearing about other quilt shops? Do you like seeing pictures of them? This was kind of a new thing for me, but I thought it might be fun to share this with you because I like going to quilt shops so much. And you'll have to tell me in the comments below also what it is that you like about specific quilt shops. Do you like it if they're organized? Do you like it if they have boutiques? Do you shop there because of customer service? Just tell me what interests you most about a quilt shop and what makes a quilt shop your favorite quilt shop to visit. The next quilt shop I want to talk about is called Filled to Fabric Quilt Company, and it is located in Winfield, Kansas. It is another really nice quilt shop. Now, this quilt shop is owned by Carolyn. She also agreed to let me take a picture of her and pictures of her quilt shop and to talk about her quilt shop on my quilt channel. Now, in this picture, you can see Carolyn. She's just so friendly and helpful. This quilt was one that she made for the shop hop. Both quilt shops were actually participating in the shop hop. Now, Carolyn's shop is very well organized. I really like to shop in quilt shops that have lots of organization. If things are a mess, I don't function very well. And when I shop, whether it's a quilt shop or a clothing shop, if things are not super organized, it is harder for me to shop. But I really liked her quilt shop. She had, here you can see, there were lots of notions. She had a great notion wall. She had all kinds of notions there. She had a nice selection of fabric. She had a nice selection of 1930s reproduction fabrics, and I like those. She had quite a few of those. She just had a lot of nice fabrics. She had a great section of fabrics that were on sale. In fact, I bought several that were on sale. Here you can see she has two machines, so they do machine quilting there. They do have long arm services there. And then she also has a classroom where they teach classes. There was actually a class going on. But anyway, another neat thing about her shop is she has this long hallway. And in this long hallway are lots and lots of quilts on display. And again, she gave me permission to take pictures of these, but I wanted to show you a few of those. Both of these quilt shop owners were friendly and helpful. They were just both great quilt shops to visit. Now I want to show you what I purchased in the quilt shops. Now at the Beehive quilt shop, I purchased these magic pins. These are the fork pins. I purchased these. And then I can't show you the other items because they were consumed, and then the toys went to my granddaughter. And I also bought some Russell Stover chocolates and Jelly Bellies that Wes and I consumed, so there are definitely none of those left to show you. I didn't buy any fabric there. I really hadn't planned on buying much fabric on this part of our trip. I did end up buying quite a bit of fabric at the Field to Fabric Quilt Company, and I'm going to show you those that I bought there. Now this is the stuff I bought at the Field to Fabric Quilt Company. And I don't usually buy patterns, but I really like this one. And she had a display up of this pattern right here, and I really, really liked it. In fact, I've made some pumpkin using strips kind of similar, but the stems were different, but I thought the stems were really cool. But anyway, I did get this pattern. It's called Fairy Tale Pumpkins, which I thought was neat. And you know, she had a lot of displays in there, and that really always sells me on a pattern. So I did buy that pattern. I bought the magic pins with the flat head. I really like that, and I wanted to try that, so I bought some of those. Now, the shop hop that both quilts participated in is called the Border Run Quilt Shop Hop, and both of them were taking part in that, and that was March 15th through the 23rd, so you might watch for that next year. Now these were the fabrics that I purchased, and all of these fabrics were on sale. This one may have been. Oh, I don't remember. I know that these were all on sale, but I thought these were just great fabrics. I didn't buy very much of these. These weren't on sale, but these were. But I really like red and black fabrics, so that's what I got. I have said previously, I have said in some of my previous videos that I was trying not to purchase fabric, and I have been trying not to purchase fabric. However, as you can see, that didn't stick this time, but it was fun shopping, and I really had a great time visiting both quilt shops. In the comments below, be sure to tell me what you think of this type of content. Do you like this? Because I do visit quilt shops every now and again, and if this is something you enjoy, then I might make it part of my videos in the future, so be sure to tell me about that. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and share, and until next time, have fun quilting.